What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, well, governance is officially live, and I suppose it was live previously whenever the update went out last week, but we do have our first official proposal, proposal number 34. And if you ask me what happened to proposals 1 through 33, I have no idea. If we go to complete, you can see that there was the kind of test one that they ran, the first proposal, which is listed as number 1, but somehow we jumped to number 34. And this is an important one. So this actually went live during the usual Tuesday live stream that I had earlier today. So if we've already covered it and you've seen it, then you can probably skip this video. But for those who might have missed it, there was a post from Yaba Matt in the official Discord channel, as well as this here, or a post, I guess, on Peak D, kind of going further into detail about the split ranked battle rewards pools by league proposal. That's a lot to say in one sitting. So let me go ahead and click on this. But if you go into the proposals tabs, you will see it here and you can use your voting power. Now, keep in mind, one important thing is that the vote power that you have is the amount of SPS you have staked that is currently not in the process of being unstaked. So if you are in the middle of unstaking some and you want your vote to count for higher, then you should cancel the unstake, I should say, and go ahead and then vote. You'll have to restart your unstaking process, but if you want to have the full power and the full weight of your vote, then that is how you do so. So I'm going to go ahead and click on here, and this is going to take us over to Peak D, which is going to go over this proposal in more detail. Now, as it currently stands, the modern and wild ranked battle pools are not tiered out by the different leagues. So the thought process here, and I have not seen official data, and I would actually like to see some official data, is that if the pools are being overrun or dominated by a lot of the larger account farms or bot farms, and I've seen numbers as high as 70 or 80% of the rewards going to them, then sure, I can understand this, and I can understand why the team would put this out there as a proposal, right? To see how the community would react. Now, to me, I think that this thing is going to pass with a very, with smashing success, I should call it. But I do want to provide a forum here for people to be able to say why they are against it, because we are bot neutral, right? And so if the only reason is to go up against that, there are things that I think should be considered. And some folks, I don't want to take the credit for it, but some folks on the live stream talked about the new player experience and nerfing of bronze and silver. There's a lot of ways to look at it that kind of take away from the little man and continue to give to the higher leagues. Now, again, the flip side for that argument is that the higher leagues have invested more, therefore they are entitled to earn more. I don't know how you feel about that. And if you're wondering how I feel, I think it's a very delicate situation to go about. You want to give newer players the chance to earn and get as much as possible and level up in the game. But you also want to reward people who, whether new or old, have decided to put a lot of stake into the game, financial stake into the game. So I don't know that there's a right solution. I don't know that there's a win-win scenario. I think that this is something that will just be split by the community in terms of how people feel. Now, getting into the actual details of what this proposal is saying, it is looking like they want to essentially nerf bronze, nerf silver. Well, actually, I take that back. Not nerf, but they want to tier it out by giving champion essentially 30%, diamond 25%, gold 20%, and then leaving the bottom 1/4, so 15 plus 10 in silver and bronze respectively, for essentially that's all that they would get in terms of SPS over the entire season. Now, what they say here, this means that when a player in Silver League wins a modern rank battle, the amount of reward shares they have earned will be compared against the total reward shares earned in all Silver League modern ranked battles over the past 24 hours to determine what percentage of the current modern format Silver League reward pool will be. So it's 135k SPS, and you can see here the numbers make sense. Now, I don't want to What I don't want to do is try to convince you one way or another. I think what I love about what we've created here on this channel and with the community specifically on this channel is the ability to have a good dialogue, respectful dialogue back and forth. Now, I will tell you that I've already voted and I did vote for it. I think that ultimately, maybe I don't necessarily agree with all of the numbers here, but I think in order to ensure that the lower rewards, or sorry, the lower leagues don't take like 70, 80% of the rewards, I think that it's an important way to, again, curb exploitative behavior. I don't know that this is the perfect solution, but if we are going with what we've had traditionally since the beginning of the year or since the beginning of time where there is no tiered pool, then I think that this is a significantly better choice. That is my opinion. I'm not saying that it's right. And as I said before, I'm trying to give you some of the arguments against that. And so if you do have compelling arguments, I would highly recommend that you let the community know, whether on Discord. I mean, you can let them know here in the comments section. This will be a video. I'll be very curious to see what the community sentiment is about it. But keep in mind, you do have 6 days to vote, and you can go and change your vote at any time. Now, the important thing here, and let me go back over to the proposals page. The important thing here is that in order for it to pass, it is going to require 10% of all staked SPS to vote, and it looks as though we've already reached that. So I don't think there will be any issues in terms of passing that, obviously, unless people decide to remove their vote completely. Let's see, can I remove my vote? Oh, I can remove my vote. So, yes. The other side of that is that it's a 2/3 majority needed, not just a simple majority. So you do need 66%, and clearly we are well above that at 97%. So as I said before, if you are part of this 3% that has voted against it, I am very, very curious to get your thoughts on why you believe this could be detrimental. Now, I'm not trying to shame anybody here, but I do want to let you know that if you click on the for or against tab, you can actually see who has voted for or voted against these different proposals, right? So, I mean, it's not shaming because it's public, but I would definitely love to hear the counter argument to what the prevailing narrative is, just because. Again, I think it's important for everybody to understand and see this picture from all the different sides. So sure, 97% seems resounding. It seems definitive. But I think it's important that we get those voices. So if you do have, if you are a dissenter to this specific proposal, proposal number 34, I would love to hear from you. And I will not give you a hard time, and I will make sure nobody else gives you a hard time. We'll do my best to make sure nobody else gives you a hard time. But I think it's important to find out why people are against this. But that's all I have really for this video. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below if this is something that you are excited about, if this is something you are against. For me personally, outside of the actual proposal details itself, I'm just pumped about SPS proposals and governance becoming a real thing. This is the first time ever, right, for this. This is a momentous moment for the company, for the game, for the community. And while it may not seem like it, maybe, ultimately this might get changed again in a couple of months or whatever the case is. This is hopefully the start of something great, and hopefully the start of the move towards a fully decentralized game that the team is trying to realize here with Splinterlands, and really the first of its kind. So big shout out to the team. I hope everything with this goes smoothly, and hopefully the community can come together and figure out what the best paths forward are. So that's all I have. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.